both are like they're going to do. Here from the McDonough Arena on the campus of Georgetown University, it is Big East Volleyball on the Big East Digital Network presented by SoFi. I'm Matt Janis. We'll be joined by Ashley Liotis in just a moment. A matchup of two teams that have struggled their way through this season. Georgetown and Seton Hall both headed in the wrong directions in terms of the win-loss column, but both have played hard throughout the years. We look at the Big East standings. Essentially what this game is a battle for 8th place. Winner comes in 8th, loser comes in 9th. Seton Hall's dropped 12 in a row. Georgetown has lost 8 of their last 9. Series history, this one dates back a long ways. It's the second matchup between these two teams on the year. They faced off on October the 9th, and that was a straight set win for Seton Hall, and they won in convincing fashion, but ironically enough, that was the last time the Pirates captured a victory. We will take a break. When we return, we'll have Georgetown and Seton Hall coming up next.
My parents never taught me anything about managing money.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
We just decided we didn't want debt any longer.
I didn't realize how easy investing could be.
I'm picking companies that I believe in.
I think SoFi Money is amazing.
Thank you, SoFi.
SoFi, thank you. We love you.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
I felt like I was going to spend my whole adult life paying this off.
Thanks to SoFi, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
As of 12 p.m. today, I am debt-free.
We have no debt, we don't owe anybody anything, and it's fantastic.
Well, in head coach Toby Wren's absence, it will be Coach David Heller stepping in to coach Georgetown today. Now, this is actually his first season with the program. And before this, for 6 seasons, he was the head coach of the men's team down in North Carolina at Mount Olive, a D2 school down there. And he was also the assistant coach for the women's team while he was there. And he was named the Conference Carolina's Coach of the Year back in his first season in 2013. And get this, we did a little digging. He was, for the past 3 years, he was an assistant coach for Team USA and the collegiate men's national team. So he knows his stuff. I got a chance to catch up with him ahead of today's match, and he told me his main goal today is just to make sure the players have the tools they need and that they are comfortable out there on the court for this last match of the season. Matt, let's send it back to you.
Good stuff, Ashley. Obviously, an emotional time for Georgetown senior night and all the festivities that go along with that. And now Heller taking over in this spot last couple of games of the weekend. When we talked to him before the game, as Ashley alluded to, it's not so much the X's and the O's at this point. It's so much more emotional and just making sure everybody's up and can be ready to play this game and send the seniors out the right way. They had the senior night festivities a couple of moments ago, and now introducing the starting lineups for the Hoyas. As you see, David Heller, who's in his first year with Georgetown on the screen and in his new role for game number 2. Our players to watch in this one for Georgetown, it is Eva Vjosevic, the 5'11 senior out of Montenegro, transferred from Maryland Eastern Shore, where she played 2 seasons under Toby Wren. as the finale counting down. The Hoyas injury-riddled. You see the officials in this contest. And both teams just kind of working out the anxious energy before we get going. Seton Hall's last win came in October. It was against this Georgetown team. They have dropped 12 consecutive games since. They've dealt with some injuries as well. Also a very young team and a thin bench. Meanwhile, for Georgetown, they have lost 4 in a row, 8 of 9, and yet have been competitive in almost all of those contests and dropped a dramatic one to begin the weekend against St. John's. All right, we are ready to begin. It'll be Maggie Sevelbar to get it started for Seton Hall. Pirates and Hoyas in the regular season finale. Serve and pass game critical for Georgetown today. A little too strong, though, to get it started from one of the seniors, Charlotte Kelly, deep with it, and Seton Hall is on the board first. Sevelbar will get another try. Ohio native. And that one on the deflection finished nicely by Jewel Johnson. Johnson, the freshman from New Orleans, has become a go-to player for Georgetown during Big East play. This is Charlotte Kelly to serve for the Hoyas. And on cue, Haley Gasser kills it. And Seton Hall back up by a point for Gasser. That is her 302nd kill of the season. Seton to serve for Seton Hall. Set nicely by Watkins. Good dig from the Hall. And Georgetown ends up with a point on the net violation. So Watkins gets credit for it for the Hoyas. And we're tied at 2 here in the opening set. Johnson on the serve for Georgetown and could not go down to dig it. Sevelbar with the hammer. And the Hall up by a point here as we seesaw back and forth in the early going. Both teams trying to control the pass game and have done a nice job early. What a spike. Vjosevic on the board in this match as we are tied at 3, averaging almost 3.5 kills per set. This is Margot Pavanko on the serve. Good job by Kuzi to keep it alive for Georgetown, going for the back corner, but a little too strong from Wilhite. And Seton Hall back on top by a point. Allison Yeager's team, she's in her 8th season. Had spent 5 before that as Seton Hall's top assistant. Named the program's head coach February of 2012. Got them to their NCAA tournament berth as a service error from Seton. Draws Georgetown even here in the opening set. Tournament berth came in 2014 when Seton Hall won 28 games. An improvement of 14 from year to year. Nice touch from Gasser. Good job to keep it alive, though, from Kusi. And that sets up Charlotte Kelly for the finish. And Georgetown gets its first lead in the early going. Gasser was a little off balance, did all she could to get it over the front line, but well-controlled pass setting up the finish. Meanwhile, good serve caught Seton Hall off balance. That sets up the Hoyas to go on the attack. And that one went deep. I thought there was a deflection, as did Georgetown. Charlotte Kelly looking for the call. They did not get it. And we are tied at 5 here in the opening set. Georgetown thought about a challenge. Not going to take it. And so Gasser on the serve. Again, Kuzi there for the dig. She has really improved at that as the year has progressed, and it allows Sarrett to put it home for Georgetown. New Orleans, Louisiana native, her 97th kill of the year. Kusi on the serve. And that one dug a little too deep, and an easy finish for Jewel Johnson. Johnson using that strength. You see Yeager, 125 career wins, only the second coach in Seton Hall history to eclipse the century mark in victories. Diving dig from the libero, Reagan Murray. Georgetown should have an opportunity here, but a little too strong from Wilhite. And a point back to Seton Hall, ending a 3-point string from the Hoyas, which was the first time either team scored consecutively in this match. Here's Murray, freshman out of Rocky River, Ohio. Good block up high. Getting a piece to keep it alive was Rackwall, and that sets up her teammate Gasser for the finish. So a nice job to go up and get that one from the Hall, and then Gasser, she can finish from that midline, but also up near the net. That's one of the real strengths she brings to the table. Service error from Murray gives Hoyas the point and the serve back. As you see, Wilhite sits down after a quick word from David Heller. Ellie Watkins, another freshman out of Michigan. 7 service aces on the season to serve here. Easy finish on the return. Kelly able to put it home. And the Hoyas back up by 2. Right now, Georgetown doing a nice job taking advantage of Seton Hall's misplays on the service returns. Set nicely from Rosenberg and put away by Seton Hall's Amanda Rackwell. Rackwell, one of 2 Pirates who has not missed a set all season long. Gasser the other, and we've got a 1-point game. Seton Hall serving for the top. Svelbar, second service of the game. Johnson got a big piece. And Georgetown up 2 with Johnson making her presence felt in the early going. Little too much on that serve from Kelly as she tried to place it near the corner, couldn't get it over the net. And the service error gives the Pirates a point and serve. Seton to put it in play for Seton Hall. That one off the tape of the net, and it gets a good bounce for Seton Hall. And you can see the smiles on the face. Jewel Johnson exchanging a laugh with Ellie Watkins. Is not much you could do about that ricochet. Tied at 10. And a big-time block. As up to defend it was Rackwall. Hoyas got it over. Salkowski, the touch, as she changed directions at the last instance, found an opening, and Seton Hall up by 1. I see the fans here at Georgetown celebrating senior night, but it's Seton Hall up by a point. Watkins, the good set. Seton Hall sprawling a bit. Play to the back line. Vjosevic, her second big hammer of this match, tying it at 11. Johnson back on serve for Georgetown. Sprawling dig from Gasser, and an even better dig from Johnson. And off the head of Murray. Vjosevic again. Johnson set it up with the hustle, and Vjosevic the power to put the Hoyas back up by 1. And Murray took a shot there. She's going to go off. As that one hit right? I thought it caught her in the shoulder, but unfortunately it looks like it caught her in the face. And so she'll go over, and the athletic training staff will attend to her. They check and see if there's any blood on the playing surface. And so as they check that, we remind you that Georgetown and Seton Hall playing in this regular season finale. The Hoyas 3 conference wins, Seton Hall 2, but the one victory came against Georgetown up in New Jersey on October the 9th. That was a straight sets win for the Pirates. We were talking with the Georgetown staff before the game. What did they need to do differently to try to rebound and end up with a better result? And quite frankly, he said it was simple. More consistency and have to be better on service return. That was what cost the Hoyas dearly in that matchup on October the 9th. And so far, I think they have accomplished that. Seton Hall has just one service ace in the 11 points they have recorded to this point. They are attending to Reagan Murray across the way, and that is David Heller filling in for Toby Renz. Named the Carolinas Coach of the Year in 2013. Spent some time with the U.S. national team on the staff. And they continue to work on Murray. Murray holds school records for digs in a match, a season, and a career at Rocky River High School in Ohio. She was first team all-conference all 4 of her varsity years. A good game on Friday against Villanova, 20 digs, which marked the 6th time during her freshman campaign that she's registered at least 20 in a contest. Hey fans, Big East Volleyball Championship tickets are available. Championship and semifinals, November 29th and the 30th at the Al McGuire Center, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. BigEast.com/VB tickets or call the Marquette University ticket office at 414-288-4668. The Big East Volleyball Championship, it's presented by Jeep. Unfortunately, neither of these teams will be in that event, but hoping to lay the seeds for a potential run to get there in the future. 2 very young clubs. Murray will not return, at least for now, as they continue to attend to her. They've gotten the blood off the floor, and Joel Johnson will put it back in play for the Hoyas. Up 1 midway through this opening set. Another big block. That time it was Seton. And Georgetown really challenging at the point of attack. Seton, who has at least 1 kill now in each of her last 13 games. More of a defensive specialist, showing it off there. Gasser got it over Seton that time and puts it away for the Pirates. That brings Seton Hall back to within 1. Gasser looking to have some fun in her last game as a collegiate player. Rackwall on the serve. Another block, but this time unable to keep it in play, Seton. And Seton Hall gets the point. Credit goes to Reese Kohler, another freshman middle blocker from Minnesota. Rackwell, good sink on that serve. Diving play to keep it alive from Svelbar. Gasser got it blocked. Good work from the Pirates. Seton kept it in the air, and that allows Kelly to get it over the net. The touch from Kohler. What a dive from Kuzi. And Gasser again, this time the touch pays off. What a point. It goes to Seton Hall. Great hustle from both teams that time. Seton Hall tried the touch play twice and finally had Georgetown out of position. Oh, nice placement in the back corner from Margot Snipe. Sniped that one just inside the tape. And drawing Georgetown even. Beautifully placed from the senior out of New Jersey. The emotional leader of this Georgetown club. Service error on Margot Pavanka gives Seton Hall the lead back. Seton Hall rotating bodies in and out. Grace Rosenberg returning for the Pirates. As the energy staying high here at McDonough Arena. Fans having fun. Good job to get a piece from Pavanka. And then Will Height couldn't find opening. Gasser can. Off the arm of Pavanka. But another kill from Haley Gasser. And Georgetown will take a timeout. Pirates with a little bit of momentum. Up by 2 late in this opening set.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
Seton Hall leading 16-14, opening set, final game of this 2019 season. Georgetown and Seton Hall. Winner finishes 8th in the Big East. Both teams looking to go out on a high note. Momentum belonging to Seton Hall, forcing Georgetown to take a timeout. And a little too much momentum from Grace Rosenberg. Too strong on serve. The air brings the Hoyas back to within 1. And Vjosevic on serve for Georgetown. How far back she starts. And can't quite sneak it over the tape. Was looking for perfect placement. Service error gives the Pirates 2-point lead back. Mackenzie Huntley, freshman middle hitter out of Texas, back in for Seton Hall. Kelly, too strong, and Seton Hall up by 3. With Gasser on serve. Pirates, their largest lead of this opening set. Gasser so nonchalant with that serve. And again, just too much. This time from Will Height. The freshman from California, Seton Hall's lead has grown to 4. Gasser. Oh, that's beautiful vision. Vjosevic saw Seton Hall cheating. The middle line split, and Vjosevic sent it right to the vacated area. So the Hoyas needed that one. Senior and best player on this Georgetown team. Kusi on serve for the Hoyas. And the dig. A lot of touch plays from both teams in this opening set. Kusi tries to set it up for Kelly, and she could not sneak it inside the back line. And Seton Hall opening up a 4-point lead here in set number 1. will check out. She has had a fantastic freshman campaign. Calder on serve for Seton Hall. Johnson, the little punch. Waited until the absolute last instance and floated it past the outstretched reach of Grace Rosenberg. Look at this play. Ellie Watkins on serve for Georgetown. Trailing by 3, needing a run here in this opening set. Oh, nice job to get that one up from Rosenberg. Kusi kept it alive. Again, Rosenberg tried to dig it. Nobody came to get it as Seton Hall did not communicate. And Allison Yeager didn't like it. She's going to take a timeout. Hoyas pull to within 2 as we count down this opening set. Regular season finale. Senior night on the campus of Georgetown University in our nation's capital. Both of these teams looking to end on a high note. The crowd turning out to support the seniors. Seton Hall had its senior night earlier this weekend. And now Georgetown honoring its 3 departing players here this evening. Charlotte Kelly, Margot Snipe, and Eva Viosevich. Viosevich has had a strong start to this one for Georgetown. But the Hoyas trailing by 2 in this opening set. They have not won a set this season against Seton Hall. Were swept in early October. Out of Seton Hall's called timeout. Wilkins can't get it past the arms of Margot Snipe. Pretty well done by Snipe. Her and Johnson, along with Charlotte Kelly, have really played well along that front line. That one's in. Service ace for Ellie Watkins. Draws Georgetown even. Another misplay from Seton Hall, and Georgetown has scored 4 in a row. And Seton Hall takes another timeout. They're second in the opening set. Hoyas with a lot of smiles on their faces. They got momentum. They'll look to take the first set when we return.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Seton Hall has taken 2 timeouts. Georgetown has scored 4 straight points. The Hoyas up 1 late in this opening set. Still on serve, Ellie Watkins for the Hoyas. Well, miscommunication. Allison Yeager wanted to stop it right away. So it took consecutive timeouts to try to stem the tide. She got a good dig from Haley Gasser, but then Gasser too strong on the finish try. And the Hoyas have 5 straight as Watkins doing a good job on serve. Watkins saw the proverbial light bulb flick on in early November, deep with that serve. The Pirates end the 5-0 run, draw back to within 1. Watkins had a career-high 18 assists in a close loss against Xavier, followed it up with 14 at Butler, and has been rock solid since, despite missing a few matches to injury. Now it's Svelber on serve. Kuzi gets it up in the air. Another touch play for a point from Charlotte Kelly. Got the defenders to commit in the air. And a heady play from the senior out of New York, New York. On serve now and can't get it over the tape. So a service error. And Seton Hall back to within 1. This has been tight throughout. Both teams have taken the lead. Georgetown by as many as 4, Seton Hall up by 3. That was close to going out. Kelly played it. And making her look smart was Margot Snipe. And the Hoyas will serve for the opening set. Joel Johnson looks to finish it off for Georgetown. And service error, giving Seton Hall an opportunity. Rockwall will serve for Seton Hall as Johnson sits down for Georgetown. Still set point for the Hoyas. Snipe on the ricochet. Georgetown takes the opening set. So Margot Snipe on senior night coming up big down the stretch of the opening set, and the Hoyas lead it 1-0 in this regular season finale.
My parents never taught me anything about managing money.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
We just decided we didn't want debt any longer.
I didn't realize how easy investing could be.
I'm picking companies that I believe in. I think SoFi Money is amazing.
Thank you, SoFi.
SoFi, thank you. We love you.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
I felt like I was going to spend my whole adult life paying this off.
Thanks to SoFi, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
As of 12 p.m. today, I am debt-free.
We have no debt, we don't owe anybody anything, and it's fantastic.
explosive first set. You saw Eva Djokovic there have 4 kills. She even caused a little bit of a nosebleed for Seton Hall's libero, Reagan Murray. She's actually still out in the hallway with a little bit of bleeding. Good news is they don't think it's broken, but we have yet to see her come back in the game. At this point, though, Georgetown has taken the first set. We got a lot of fans up in here for senior night, right?
Let's go Hoyas! Woo! How y'all doing today? My name Wesley, big Hoyas fan right here. I play football at Georgetown. Love me some Hoya volleyball, baby. Let's go! Woo!
Who's gonna win tonight?
No doubt, Hoyas. Let's go blue and gray. Always win on the hilltop. Always a victory on the hilltop. You see it. Let's go senior night. We're going out with a bang. Last game of the season.
All right, it's senior night. You heard it here first. We're gonna see how this one plays out. Matt, let's send it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Ashley. I don't think Wesley has enough personality. I really think he's too calm in life. Good stuff from his Hoyas in the opening set. A late run as they scored 9 of the final 13 points to take set number 1. Best of 5, of course. And getting set for start of the second set. Both teams look pretty loose right now. You always keep an eye on that as you get to the final game of the season, particularly a rough one like both of these teams have endured. Ellie Watkins will start the set with the serve. She was on serve for 5 straight points. Kind of turned that opening set around from down 20 to 17 to a 2-point advantage that Georgetown would not relinquish. Svelbar could not get that one past Snipe, who dove to keep it alive. Now, powerful finish try from Wilkins, but Kuzi there again, and finding the back corner, Viosevic. Averaging 3.5 kills per set, had 3 in set number 1. And found the back corner to get this second set started. Seton Hall looking for a response. And Joel Johnson, the change of direction to put the Hoyas up by a deuce. Boy, look at this. Looked like she was going to go straight. Saw the defense there and then just went at almost a 45-degree angle. The service error call initially was in. Back judge changed his mind. And Seton Hall on the board in set number 2. Trying for the corner and narrowly missed. Wilkins on serve. And we are tied at 2 as Julia Wilkins, who was an Under Armour High School All-American as a senior at Ursuline Academy in Cincinnati, Ohio. Freshman helped lead Ursuline to an amazing 91-8 record during her 4 years on varsity. Meanwhile, a senior, Madison Salkowski with the finish. And Seton Hall is up 3-2, much to the delight of head coach Allison Yeager. Snipe stems the tide and pulls Georgetown even. Wilkins will sit down. Dozal comes in for Seton Hall. And a service ace for the Hoyas. The senior, Charlotte Kelly. We saw Ashley Lyotis talking to one of her fans between sets. Wesley had the number 10 sign for senior night. Oh, good dig by Watkins, under control. Kuzi setting up Snipe, but Seton Hall keeps it alive. And the block. Wow, Margot Snipe getting up and challenging it. And the Hoyas up by 2. Gasser. And a net violation giving Georgetown another point. So 4 straight here from Georgetown. Their lead is 3, already up a set. And that one into the net for a service error. Seton sits down. She's in at libero due to the injury from Reagan Murray in that opening set. And that one wide. Viosevich could not sneak it inside the line. And Seton Hall back to within 1. Pivotal set for the Pirates. They have struggled early in matches. Service error from Rockwall, giving Georgetown the point and serve back. Joel Johnson, who's had a big game up near the net, on serve now for the Hoyas. And Johnson couldn't dig that one. Too much strength. Reese Kohler getting the Hall back to within 7-6. Seton Hall, thin bench. But they rotate a lot of bodies in and out to try to stay as fresh as possible. Rosenberg on serve for the Pirates. Oh, they net. Unkind to Georgetown. Works out well for Seton Hall as they draw even. Not sure if Rosenberg was going for that, but it turns into the perfect serve. A little deeper this time. Snipe got it off of Seton. She did all she could to handle it, but just too much power from Margot Snipe. Seton got it up in the air, gave her teammates a chance to try to go get it. Couldn't quite reach, and now off the hands of Gasser, service ace for Margot Pavanka. Pavanka, one of only 4 Hoyas who played in every match last year, playing in her 26th of this season. Service error. And Seton Hall draws back to within 1. And a couple of long rallies early. Not much since. And the power, a big part of the reason why. Viosevich again with the hammer. And Georgetown up 2. Boy, Viosevich. 10 double-doubles last season. Double digits again this year. The touch play working again, this time from Reese Kohler.
Yeah, so Seton Hall actually has a new libero, and after Reagan Murray went out with that nosebleed injury, it's number 2, Elizabeth Seton, the junior out of Westfield, New Jersey, right now averaging over 2 digs per set this season, Matt.
And Seton had a big game first time these clubs matched up. 11 digs in a win at Georgetown. Registered double-digit digs 4 times in Big East play, 7 times overall. Hoyas up by 2 here in this second set. A nice job by Kelly to send it over, and that sets up Johnson for the finish. So Seton certainly somebody that's capable of giving extended minutes, as is Jessica Kuzi, who will serve here for Georgetown. The Hoyas libero has never missed a match in her time in D.C., and gives her team a 4-point advantage, and Allison Yeager going to take another timeout. So the Hoyas with momentum up a set and ahead by 4 here in set number 2. Seton Hall will look to rebound when we return.
can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
The seniors putting on a show so far for the Georgetown faithful, which have come out solid numbers to support this Hoya team in the regular season finale. The sophomore, Jessica Kuzi on serve out of Seton Hall's called timeout. Hoya's up a set and by 4 and almost added to the lead. And they will. Crossing the threshold was Rackwell for Seton Hall. And the Hoyas are up 5, their largest lead in any set so far tonight. Wilkins. And a good block. But it went wide. Wilkins went up and got it, but could not keep it in. Give the credit to Viosevich, and the lead grows to 6 for Georgetown. Good call from the umpire. Gasser went down to get it. Wilkins didn't get enough on it. And now the Hoyas with all the momentum, up 16-9. Equaling their longest run on serve in this match. Wilkins sits down for Seton Hall. Kuzi. Gasser got a lot on that one, and then it was Rackwell that put it home. Rackwell gets the kill, but really that was Gasser. And she got that ball on Viosevich. And all the senior could do was send it over the net, which led to an easy point for Rackwell. Savelber on serve. Kelly couldn't put it away thanks to Gasser. Salkowski tried the touch play. That didn't work. Kuzi went down to get it, but it bounces wide off the net. Good effort from Jessica Kuzi. But a little bit too much power from Amanda Rackwell. Has not missed a set yet this season. Doesn't look like she will if she plays them all tonight. Great hustle from Seton to keep this point alive. And in the block, but the dig from Gasser. Viosevich found the opening over that front line again. That's where Seton Hall has been prone. And Viosevich, who has shown off the power, displays her touch. Georgetown up by 6. Watkins on serve. Michigan native. Look at that wind up. Emily Turner off the bench. That was pretty from Turner. Nothing Georgetown could do. Watkins tried to go down and get it, but no shot. Here's Dozal. Johnson got it blocked. Good hustle from Kelly. And Gasser got it sent back. Margot snipe again. Boy, she has had quite the evening. Hoya's up 6. And Kelly on serve for Georgetown. already leading by a set. And just a little deep. Dozal wasn't sure. She went diving after it, couldn't get there, and it ended up being a great break for the Pirates. That one too far. The frustration from Rackwall. Service error gives Georgetown the serve and a 6-point lead. You can see the frustration on Rackwall's face. Johnson. Boy, Seton Hall has some pop up at the front line. Colder that time. Turner a moment ago. Both young players. Colder's only a freshman. Turner a sophomore. Colder, Stillwater, Minnesota native. Snipe got it blocked. Kelly sets it up. Viosevich on the ricochet. Georgetown up 20-14. That one bounced off the net, and Georgetown's got another. Viosevich giving Georgetown a 7-point lead. Kuzi sets up, guess who? This time couldn't find the opening. Gasser takes a whack too far. Seton Hall thought it was deflected. It was. The officials' late call point to Seton Hall. Gasser continues to rack up the kills, up to 310 in her collegiate career. And that's too many from Georgetown. So Seton Hall back to within 5. They need a run. Trailing by a set. Allison Yeager's team looking to grab momentum back. Kelly pushes it to Gasser. Kuzi sets up Viosevich. That time got it blocked. Kuzi got it over. Another nice dig from Pavanka. And unable to sneak it over the net was Rosenberg. Georgetown enjoying themselves. They already have won one set. Kuzi and Pavanka discussing how they can finish off set number 2. Viosevich with the rocket serve. Her 44th ace of the season. Two points away from a 2-set lead. No, that one went wide. The officials kind of looked at each other before making the call. Georgetown thought they had snuck it inside the tape. No dice for the Hoyas. And the lead trimmed to 6. Seton Hall back on serve. Georgetown considered a challenge, but David Heller waves his team off, says no, play on. And this is Seton on serve. Rosenberg sets up Gasser, and she gets it home. So the Hall not done yet. Back to within 5 late in set number 2. Kelly. Off the block. gets the kill. 24-18. The Hoyas serving for set number 2. Kusi will do the honors for the Hoyas. And that one goes wide. Georgetown is up 2-0. So the Hoyas used a late rally in the opening set to take it, and that one led throughout. They will come back and look to take this regular season finale, heading for the sweep when we return.
When my time came to stop coaching, I was very fortunate that I didn't have to go cold turkey. I was able to start the Big East Conference, and we came across the sky like a meteor.
One recruiting year that they had that really turned everything around was the Ewan Mullen Pinckney recruiting year. It changed the face of Eastern basketball probably forever.
We just believed in ourselves, and a lot of hard work on everybody's part.
Every March, Madison Square Garden is home to everything that is college basketball.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues.
What? How's the weather? Yeah. It's snowing out. It's a blizzard, but we ain't gonna stop.
Rightly, there were questions early on about whether the Big East could withstand the test of reconfiguration, and I think if you were here, we've done that and more.
It's a monster league now. Last man standing, bring the flag. Tough to coach in, but great for spectators and great to play in. The march of the Big East goes on.
My parents never taught me anything about managing money.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
We just decided we didn't want debt any longer.
I didn't realize how easy investing could be.
I'm picking companies that I believe in. I think SoFi Money is amazing.
Thank you, SoFi.
SoFi, thank you. We love you.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
I felt like I was gonna spend my whole adult life paying this off.
Thanks to SoFi, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
As of 12 p.m. today, I am debt-free.
We have no debt, we don't owe anybody anything, and it's fantastic.
At St. John's University, our students believe, serve, explore, and achieve. A Catholic, Vincentian, metropolitan, and global university, we are at the heart of where lives are enriched. We provide a transformative education that goes far beyond the classroom. We aspire to do more. And for nearly 150 years, the St. John's story has been the story of New York City. We are New York's team. We are St. John's.
Well, there has been a momentum shift here inside of McDonough Arena, and it really happened, and we really felt it whenever Seton Hall's Reagan Murray, their libero, went out with that injury, and things just kind of took a turn for the worse for Seton Hall, and Georgetown really capitalized on it. That first game, everything was kept pretty tight, but this second set, I mean, really, Georgetown, the Hoyas, they just ran away with it. One more set to clinch this match, to end this season on a very high note. We will see what they have in store for this the possible last set of the day. We'll see. Matt, let's send it back to you.
All right. Good stuff. Ashley Lyotis with us on the sidelines. I'm Matt Janis, our Big East Digital Network crew, and what a day it has been here in D.C. for them. Kudos to their work outside in the elements earlier with the NCAA soccer tournament. Congratulations to Georgetown for getting a win this afternoon and marching on. Meanwhile, inside McDonough Arena, the Hoyas looking to close out their campaign with a victory. By the way, Georgetown soccer back in action at home on Sunday. That'll be a noon start as they look to continue their march through the NCAA tourney. Senior night, spirits high for the Hoyas. Seton Hall in their regular season finale trying to extend this match. This will be Zvelbar. Senior wants to keep her career going. She will start on serve for the Pirates, down 2 sets. And what a game it has been from Margot Snipe, the senior out of Ridgewood, New Jersey, has just provided the hammer for the Hoyas over and over again. 3-time All Big East Academic Team selection, the nursing major. Impressive. Miss hit on the serve there from Charlotte Kelly, who hears about it from her teammates in good-natured fun. You don't see many serves go under the net, as you see Kelly, who had quite a night on Friday at St. John's. Her whole family in attendance. And now being honored here at home. And Jewel Johnson, the freshman, puts the Hoyas back up by a point. You know, coaching staff calls Johnson one of the most improved players on the team. From where she was during preseason camp to where she is now at this point. Much better understanding of the system, what the staff is looking for from her, and you can see it, confidence in her play. Nice touch to sneak that one inside the sideline. Diving try from Johnson, couldn't quite get there. Little change of direction from Rackwell. Snipe tried the touch play right back at him. Gasser finds the corner. Haley Gasser. Closing in on double-digit kills. She's recorded that in 7 of the Pirates' last 10 games, 14 times overall in her senior season. Snipe couldn't get that one airborne to give her teammate the chance. Give the kill to Kohler. And Seton Hall up by 2 here in set number 3. Diving play by Watkins kept it alive. Gasser again. Kuzi's dive. They say it hit. Kuzi thought she got her hand underneath it. But the point goes to Seton Hall as we'll take another look. Good call. Good sell job from Jessica Kuzi, but well done by the officials. Oh my goodness, that one balanced on top of the tape for an instance. And a point to Seton Hall on violation for Georgetown. Erased the pretty hammer from Vjosevic. Snipe wide with it, and here comes. No, they overrule. It was tipped. Point goes to Georgetown. So Seton Hall thought they had themselves a 5-point lead. Instead, the swing brings Georgetown back to within 3 as that one went off the fingertips of Reese Calder. Unable to get it over the net, Pavaka, and the service error does put Seton Hall up 7-3. Grace Rosenberg, freshman from New York. 2018 Long Island Player of the Year. Wide, and the service error brings Georgetown back to within 3. Vjosevic. And again, finds the net. She had the ace in set number 2. It started a little run for Georgetown, but that's her second service error in this match. Now it's Gasser's turn. Her team up 4, but down 2 sets. The power from Charlotte Kelly. And Georgetown continues to trade points and hang in there here in set number 3. Kuzi had a long run in the second set at serve. Looking to duplicate that here. Nice job. Vjosevic kept it going. Don't think that one was staying in, but Seton elected to play it, and it didn't matter. Mackenzie Huntley, the freshman from Texas, with the kill. And Georgetown is forced to take a timeout. Seton Hall up 4. The Hoyas, though, still leading by 2 sets. They'll look to get momentum back as they go for the sweep when we come back.
At St. John's University, our students believe, serve, explore, and achieve. A Catholic, Vincentian, metropolitan, and global university. We are at the heart of where lives are enriched. We provide a transformative education that goes far beyond the classroom. We aspire to do more. And for nearly 150 years, the St. John's story has been the story of New York City. We are New York's team. We are St. John's.
Here, we do what others don't.
Dream what others won't. Driven to leap forward, determined to always give back.
Here, we work where giants have played, where the connection of work and ethic is made.
A diverse community possessed with a passion
to know and grow and go and show the world we are prepared to change it. Here, we ask what must be done, for in doing we learn and earn success.
And you can get there from here.
DePaul University. Here we do.
Seton Hall has dropped 12 consecutive matches. They're down 2 sets to none. It's a regular season finale, and yet the Pirates still playing hard. Up 9-5 here in set number 3. Seton on serve. And if Georgetown's called timeout, add a point to Seton Hall. So the carry costing Georgetown, and Seton Hall its largest lead in any set. They had multiple advantages in the opening set, including a 3-point lead at 20-17 before Georgetown took over. With plays like that, Peyton Wilhite draws the Hoyas back to within 4. Wilhite's got some youth national team experience, 2017, 2018, U.S. Girls National A1 training squad. And the coaching staff high on her future. Freshman out of Rancho Santa Fe, California. Snipe had it sent back at her. Stuck with it. Kelly. Nice job by Gasser to go down and get it. Johnson sent it back at the Hall for the point. So Joel Johnson getting Georgetown to within 3. And Gasser Got it past Johnson, and it's 11-7. Seton Hall on top. Madison Salkowski returning. You see that big knee brace on her left leg. Missed all of last year with a torn ACL. Has had to alter her playing style. And point to the Hoyas. Margot Snipe getting credit. And Georgetown to within 3. Charlotte Kelly to serve for Georgetown. Kusia, she's done most of the game, kept it alive, but a big block. Emily Turner, along with Rackwall, restores the lead to 4 for Seton Hall. Long arms on that front line for the Pirates. Snipe. Oh, what a sprawling play by Seton to keep the rally going. Snipe again, this time not to be denied. Good stick-to-itiveness from the senior. First one came back thanks to that diving play from Seton. But got a second opportunity and crushed it. Here's Kelly Chen, freshman, her first serve of the match. Good job to keep that one up from Watkins. Bad set, though. And a point to Seton Hall. There was a quick run for Chen, who sits down. Rackwall for Seton Hall. What placement! Vjosevic, back corner on the tape. Wow. Pavanka to serve for Georgetown. Within 3, looking for the sweep. Way too much on that one. You can see the parade of players in and out continues for Seton Hall. Rosenberg back on serve for the Pirates. Missed the whole month of October, but has registered double-digit assists in 5 of the 6 games since her return. Well placed. Mackenzie Huntley, her second kill of the match. And Seton Hall opens up a 5-point advantage. Too strong from Rosenberg. The surface error gives Georgetown hope again. Back to within 4. Vjosevic on serve. Gasser off the top of the net. Stepped over a teammate to send it across. And what an effort. Dozal not once but twice to keep that going. And Vjosevic deep with it. Dozal gets all the credit from her teammates, and deservedly so. In her 23rd game of the season, 51st of her career, the hustle from the sophomore out of Indiana. Good answer from Charlotte Kelly. The Hoyas pull back to within 4. Kuzi will try to get some momentum rolling again for the Hoyas. Nice dig. All off the net. Point to Seton Hall. Been some odd bounces in this one. That was Rosenberg. Looked like she was setting it up for Kohler. Changed her mind at the last instance. Wilhite got the better of that meeting with Huntley. And again, Georgetown to within 4. Watkins. Awkward bounce off of Gasser. She ends up sending it deep. And a point to Georgetown, back to within 3. Watkins stands 5'8". She was a smaller player in high school early in the recruiting process. As a result, didn't get a lot of high D1 interest. A lot of letters acknowledging her skill, but said she was just too small. Got a late growth spurt, and her serve leads to another point for Georgetown. They pull to within 2. Vying for the sweep in this regular season finale, looking to celebrate on senior night. They'll try to complete the comeback when we return.
What is a Villanovan? In 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
Seton Hall leads by 2, but Georgetown has momentum, forcing the Pirates to take a timeout. Hoyas won the first 2 sets and looking for the sweep, trying to answer the sweep earlier this season that Seton Hall took from Georgetown. As Ellie Watkins on serve for the Hoyas. They've got 3 straight points. Looking to add to it. Nice block. Johnson and Kelly combined on that one. This is set up. Kelly got it blocked right back at her. Rackwall and Huntley were both there for Seton Hall. And that ends the run. So I'll give the Pirates credit. As you watch that defensive play, nothing Georgetown could do. Just a strong block. Velbar, the senior, trying to extend her career. Nice block, Johnson. Miscommunication from Georgetown, but Snipe is there. Snipe again. Wide. And the Pirates open up a 4-point advantage. So Svelbar back on serve for Seton Hall. Violation, sneaking past the top of the net was Rackwall. She didn't like the call. Gasser, the captain, called over for an explanation. And Georgetown will serve within 3. Alyssa Barbosa, San Antonio, Texas native, will serve. Allison Yeager also looking for an explanation. On that last call, it looked like they got Rackwall. So Yeager receives her explanation. cleans something off the corner of the court, and we're back in action. Barbosa looking to trim a three-point deficit. Big kill shot from Emily Turner. Dozal back in for Seton Hall and on serve. Remember, she had the hustle play that saved the Pirates a point when it looked like Georgetown had sold momentum away. The Hoyas trying to get it back will take a timeout. They trail by 4. Seton Hall looking to avoid the sweep, going for the set when we come back.
My parents never taught me anything about managing money.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
We just decided we didn't want debt any longer.
I didn't realize how easy investing could be.
I'm picking companies that I believe in. I think SoFi Money is amazing.
Thank you, SoFi.
SoFi, thank you. We love you.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
I felt like I was going to spend my whole adult life paying this off.
Thanks to SoFi, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
As of 12 p.m. today, I am debt-free.
We have no debt, we don't owe anybody anything, and it's fantastic.
Back at McDonough Arena, Seton Hall leading Georgetown 20-16 in set 3. Hoyas took the first 2. So the Pirates needing this to extend the match. Dozal on serve for Seton Hall. And Snipe gets the point for the Hoyas. Remember, in the first set, Seton Hall held a 20-17 lead before Georgetown got off to the races, closing strong to win the first set by 2 points. Do they have a similar run in them here? Johnson on serve. Gasser looking to shut the door for Seton Hall. Rackwall to serve for the Pirates. Barbosa had to dive to go get it. Gasser again for Seton Hall, the senior. Not wanting her career to end quite yet. And Georgetown gets the serve back. Vjosevic sent that one off of Savelba. And the Hoyas keeping hope alive here in this third set. Still only trailing by 4, but running out of time. Bavanka deep with it. Service error, and Seton Hall leads by 5. Rosenberg had a nice little run on serve earlier in the set. She'll get another try here. Nice dig from Seton. Gasser! And Seton Hall 1 point away from extending the match. Set point looking to force a 4th set. Barbosa deep, and Seton Hall extends things. Pirates not done yet. They take set 3, 25-18. Georgetown still with a 2-1 set advantage. Back with set number 4 in a moment.
One of the positives about the sports business in the last couple of years, and in recent years in particular, has been the growing interest in seeing our industry become a more diverse and inclusive place.
I find it important for us to amplify the voices of those who have not traditionally had a seat at the table. As a Black African woman, my various social identities are always at the forefront of my daily interactions, from my first name, my culture, to where I'm from. So for me, diversity is about us celebrating our uniqueness as a society.
A lot of what happens in terms of diversifying workforce in the college world happens at the campus level. That's really where the core hiring takes place. The schools are responsible for hiring their directors of athletics, their staffs, their coaches. And so the conference is really a step away from that activity, but I think conferences can and should set a tone. And so in the Big East, we have tried to make diversity and inclusion a conference strategic priority. We have, for example, within our conference SAC group, designated a diversity and inclusion officer. D&I has become an important topic of discussion at SAC meetings. And our D&I officer is now included into the conference-wide diversity and inclusion working group that we've created.
I currently serve as the conference's Student Athlete Advisory Committee's Diversity and Inclusion Officer. This position is charged with ensuring that the conference carries out its commitment to inclusion for all, and I assist the conference staff in creating opportunities for student athletes from different backgrounds to come together to share and exchange ideas. I also work closely with the Big East Diversity and Inclusion Working Group.
You know, when I think about diversity, I think about the fact that diversity is a fact. When we think about inclusion, we think about inclusion being a choice. And I think if we can succeed in anything at the Big East is to impress upon everyone how inclusion isn't just a choice but a responsibility.
The Big East is committed to continuing the development of programs and initiatives that support diverse and inclusive environments for our student athletes, coaches, staff, and communities.
Yet another momentum shift here inside of McDonough Arena. Seton Hall taking that last set there, so now it is 2-1. We've got two more deciding sets here, but I was just listening in a little bit to Georgetown's huddle before this next set. They were talking about getting back to basics, just pass, set, kill. That's what they need to do. Keep their serves in, and it's going to be all about the basics to finish this one off. Matt?
Good stuff, Ashley, and that was one of the things we talked to David Heller about coming into the match in his second game, filling in charge for Georgetown. He said one of the areas they need to improve next year, be more consistent, be more proactive defensively, and to be sharper with their passes. Meanwhile, for Seton Hall, some in-match improvement, setting up Haley Gasser. Gasser, one of the best in recent Pirate history. Over 300 kills this season. Had a big third set. On serve to start it in set number 4, Ellie Watkins. And unable to control it. Vjosevic on her dig try. Seton Hall scores first to start the 5th set. Dozal. I thought her hustle play, midpoint of that third set, really changed things in Seton Hall's favor. Georgetown trying to get it back. Good dig from Seton. Diving play from Watkins. And Barbosa gets Georgetown on the board. Barbosa pretty quiet over the first couple of sets. Highly regarded recruit when she came out of Ronald Reagan High School. 4-year letter winner, 2017 Under Armour All-American. Second season at Georgetown has really shown great promise for the Hoyas. So has Jewel Johnson, but that time a little too strong with it. And Seton Hall wins the long rally up a point. Just did not quite get on top of it enough. She was as surprised as anyone. Boy, what an effort by Rackwall to try to go down and dig it out, but too much power. Vjosevic, another kill. Not much Allison Yeager's team can do about that. Johnson. Oh, misjudged by Gasser. Great diving effort from Savelbar to keep it alive. Then the dig from Dozal, but miscommunication as Seton and Kohler both went after the second hit. Georgetown deserved that point. They end up with it. That one's deep from Johnson. Service error. And Seton Hall draws even again here in this fourth set. Trailing 2-1. But the Pirates with momentum. Taking set number 3, 25-18. Rosenberg to serve for Seton Hall. And the net, not kind this time. Seton Hall has gotten some favorable bounces in this match, but that time off the tape and wide. Georgetown back up by 1. Pavanka. And unable to block it was Serret. And give the credit to Kohler. Gasser to serve. And Kuzi was a little off on her return. Put Pavanka in a tough spot. Seton Hall ends up with a point. Gasser, another serve. Up 1 here in set number 4. Blocked wide, and Georgetown ties it up thanks to Vjosevic. Vjosevic, who's been a member of the Montenegro national team since 2012. Can't get it over the net. Rare piece of frustration from Vjosevic. And this will be Seton on the serve. Kusi decided to play it, was going to be close. Oh, great cross-court set. Kusi got it over to Wilhite to tie it at 6. That's a heck of a play from Kusi here. Now her serve. Big block from Rockwall. And Seton Hall regains the advantage. Amanda Rockwall, Bethlehem, PA native. Average is better than 2 kills per set. Second year as a starter. Johnson, the block. No. Well, I initially thought they had changed that call and given the point to Seton Hall, but it is a point to Georgetown. I beg your pardon. So it will be Ellie Watkins on the serve. Guzzi fought it off. Johnson, that touch play. Again, the hustle. Turner could not get it through Kusi. Turner again, this one wide. So great hustle from both liberos. We saw sprawling plays from Seton and 2 from Kusi. And Georgetown back in front by a point here. Up 2-1. Watkins can't get it over the net. Dozal returning for Seton Hall. And she will serve. Touch play from Snipe. Kowski sneaks it to the back corner. Good diving play that time from Volleyball. Dig try from Watkins, and then hustled down by Georgetown. Kusi keeps it alive. Snipe got it blocked back, and it's Gasser who gives Seton Hall the 2-point lead. Georgetown covering all types of ground, trying to keep the point going. Looked like they had Snipe set up, but give Gasser the credit. And again, the block. Gasser went up and challenged it. And Georgetown has to take a timeout. So the Pirates have scored 4 straight. They lead by 3, trailing by a set, looking to force set number 5 when we come back.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
It's been an interesting season finale for both of these teams. They came in struggling. Seton Hall has lost 12 in a row. Georgetown 4 straight, 8 of their last 9, and yet each team very much engaged. Georgetown took a 2-set lead. Seton Hall won set number 3 up here in this 4th set with Dozal on serve. Hustle plays from each team, keeping points alive. Big effort from Gasser, bigger effort from Kusi. Well, that front line for Seton Hall, Georgetown having a hard time getting it past them. And a better job from Snipe. Might be the longest rally of the match. And a violation gives the point to Seton Hall. Both teams scrambling and recovering for two clubs that have struggled with defense this year. Well played by both that time. Dozal again. Diving play. Seton kept it afloat. Another block, this time Kowski. Rockwall was there as well. And the lead up to 5 for Seton Hall. Good combination. Kowski and Rockwall. Allison Yeager's team has found its groove here the last 2 sets. Dozal. Had 16 digs in a win last year against this Georgetown team. Played a solid game this afternoon. Another block from the hole. Johnson able to finish this time. So the frustration mounting for the Hoyas at big front line. Gasser, Rackwell, Salkowski have really given Georgetown fits the last two sets. Gasser on the touch. Beautifully placed from Barbosa. Just let that one rip for the back corner. Her serve with the Hoyas drawing to within 3. Barbosa digs it. They meet at the net. Gasser off the arm of Watkins. And Seton Hall up 4. Gasser continues to rack up the kills. Allison Yeager said that's as competitive a kid as she's ever been around. Diving try, Barbosa. Snipe. Too deep, no touch. Point Seton Hall. And the Pirates up 5. They have scored 10 of the set's last 13 points. The serve and pass game not working right now for Georgetown. Errant service returns, costing the Hoyas dearly as they trail by 6. And Rackwell stays on serve. Barbosa will sit down for the Hoyas. Charlotte Kelly returning. Kelly had that one go off her shoulder, and despite the efforts of Snipe, Seton Hall opens up a 7-point advantage. Timeout Georgetown. Hoyas need to regroup. Seton Hall has all the momentum now. The Pirates, once trailing 2-0, back to within a single set and leading in set number 4.
My parents never taught me anything about managing money.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
We just decided we didn't want debt any longer.
I didn't realize how easy investing could be.
I'm picking companies that I believe in. I think SoFi Money is amazing.
Thank you, SoFi.
SoFi, thank you. We love you.
The Hoyas have been talking a lot about decreasing their service errors. I actually talked to head coach David Heller before the match, and he said it's something they've been struggling with. They even spent a little bit of extra time today on the serve and pass dedicated time before today's match, and he said they really need to improve consistency. Right now, they have 18 service errors on the Hoya side to Seton Hall's 8. Matt.
That's a big difference. Ashley Lyotis with us. I'm Matt Janis here from campus of Georgetown University, where it was all Hoyas early. They were up 2-0. Seton Hall won set number 3, and they lead this 4th set 17-10 on serve, looking to add to the advantage. Snipe hammered it, but it came right back at her. She'll get another try, this time with a touch. Gasser! And it's an 8-point Seton Hall lead. What a difference a half hour or so has made for the Pirates. Nice job by Seton Hall to keep that one up. But Johnson and Snipe there on the rejection. Georgetown needs a long run now if they're going to finish this in 4. Trailing by 7, 18-11. And it's Joel Johnson on serve. Not much Charlotte Kelly could do. Reese Kohler putting Seton Hall up by 8. The powerful swing from Kohler. Steadily better over the course of her freshman season. Double-digit kills 3 times in Big East play. Closing in on a 4th year this afternoon. Snipe keeps hope alive in this 4th set for Georgetown. Drawing the Hoyas to within 7. And she will get a breather. Margot Pavanka. Cleveland, Ohio native. Can't get it over the net. Service error. Exactly what Ashley said that the Hoyas were discussing during their previous timeout. 2 things. The accuracy on their serves and then controlling the service returns. Both have eluded Georgetown here the last 2 sets. Big swing from Wilhite. Seton kept it going. And Vjosevic. It's Georgetown back to within 7. And Vjosevic to serve. Second year at Georgetown. Began her college career at Maryland Eastern Shore. Good block as Kelly got a piece. Gasser, another one full of Pirates. Haley Gasser has turned it on. The other thing Yeager talked about with Gasser, when she's going well, so is Seton Hall. And that is so true in this match today. Kelly. Gasser again. This time it's dug out by Pavanka. And up to block it back was Serrette. Michaela Serrette was high school teammates with Emma Plotnicki. Plotnicki out for the season. Injury she suffered in the loss to Marquette in October. Big part of Georgetown's season going south was that injury to Plotnicki. They actually played very well during non-conference. Some power from Wilhite sends Seton Hall scrambling to keep the play going. Again, Wilhite. And this time Gasser couldn't keep it on the court. Boy, Wilhite led Cathedral Catholic High School to a California State title last year. And she gets another one. No, the violation, Seton Hall a point. Got a piece of the net, and the Pirates up 7. It was close. Kelly plays it over. Seton runs it down. Kelly again wide. And Seton Hall closing in on forcing a 5th set. Up 8. Svelbar. Wilhite the touch play, just out of the reach of the diving Seton. She has power and a finesse game. Seton has made so many diving plays today. Watkins on serve for the Hoyas. Gasser went down to get it. Kelly has to back play it. Kelly kept it alive. Kusi dug it out. Again. And a point to Georgetown. Jessica Kusi keeping that one going for the home team on senior night. Another touch play from Seton Hall. Kelly, block back, and Seton Hall will serve for the set. Turner went up to greet that one at its high point. That long reach. Zodal went down to get it. Johnson. Blocked wide. Georgetown keeps it going. Down by 6. They're going to need a long run here to avoid going to a 5th set. Barbosa will return on serve for Georgetown. Miss set. Gasser stuck with it though. And the Hoyas get another point. Margot Snipe. Timeout. Seton Hall. So a 5-point lead, one away from forcing a 5th set. Allison Yeager doesn't want to take any chances. The Hoyas will try to continue the run when we come back.
What is a Villanovan? In 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
Georgetown won the first 2 sets. Seton Hall took set number 3. They're on the verge of forcing a 5th set. Barbosa trying to keep it going for Georgetown. Gasser couldn't put it away. What a diving effort from Dozal. Gasser on the touch. Kusi the dive. Gasser again, and we will go to a 5th set. Haley Gasser has taken over for Seton Hall. 4 is not enough. The regular season finale will come to a 5th set when we return.
My parents never taught me anything about managing money.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
We just decided we didn't want debt any longer.
I didn't realize how easy investing could be.
I'm picking companies that I believe in. I think SoFi Money is amazing.
Thank you, SoFi.
SoFi, thank you. We love you.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
I felt like I was going to spend my whole adult life paying this off.
Thanks to SoFi, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
As of 12 p.m. today, I am debt-free.
We have no debt, we don't owe anybody anything, and it's fantastic.
You have 4 years to help you figure out the meaning of life. Do you realize what a great gift this is?
I think of college as a moment of pilgrimage.
You'll go places you never thought you'd go. You'll meet people you never thought you'd meet. And you will experience things that are so rich that you can hold on to them forever.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time, none of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time, none of you people can tell me to stop.
Has notoriously struggled with road games this season. Right now, they just took the last 2 sets here on the road. Now, the last win of their season was actually against Georgetown back in October. They took 3 sets to nothing in that one. Again, that one was a home game. Now, that final overtime there before Seton Hall took that last set, head coach Allison Yeager said to her team they needed 1 point. They were strategizing a bit, and she said just get it done. They were able to do that. We'll see who's able to get it done in this final set right here. Matt.
October the 9th, that last win for Seton Hall. They have lost 12 straight ever since. Good job from Ashley Lyotis, who's been our ears down there courtside all game long. I'm Matt Janis. Big shout out to our Big East Digital Network crew today doing double duty. They were outside. It began bright and early in the rain. Georgetown soccer winning in their NCAA tournament game, and now Georgetown volleyball trying to close out the season with a victory. Seton Hall hoping to do the same. Winner finishes the campaign in 8th in the Big East, loser in 9th, and also takes a little momentum into the offseason, but most importantly, sends their seniors out victorious. Velbar, one of those seniors. She's played in every set this season, and she starts it off for Seton Hall. 5th set goes to 15. So a little difference here as we sprint to the finish. Nice diving effort from Watkins to keep that one going. Barbosa couldn't finish it all. Turner got it sent back. And that one in for Rackwall. And Seton Hall on the board first. Early momentum so critical in a 5th set. Seton Hall already controls momentum, having won 2 straight sets. Joel Johnson tried for that middle that had been void early in the game, but it hasn't been there for the Hoyas the last 2 sets. Kusi digs it out. And Barbosa off the fingertips of Rackwall, pulling the Hoyas even. Barbosa, smart kid, all Big East academic team selection last year. Gets it in play for Georgetown. And too much power from Emily Turner as she ricocheted off the fingertips of Joel Johnson and Vjosevic. Vjosevic off the deflection gets the kill, and Georgetown again ties the 5th set. Just that tight, compact, powerful swing. Gasser on the touch. Oh, I got blocked back at Sarrett. What a dive from Barbosa to keep that one going. And back into the play, almost got the spike. Barbosa sets up. Vjosevic too deep. (3-2). Seton Hall's lead is 1. Tried for the corner. It was open, but a little bit too much on it. Vjosevic over to talk to the officials, looking for a confirmation, which was instructed to go over there by David Heller. And now his senior continues the conversation. So an extended exchange, 3-2 Seton Hall leads. We're in the 5th set. Georgetown won the first 2. Seton Hall has won the last 2. Pirates with momentum. Georgetown has the crowd. Senior night. Kuzi comes back in for Georgetown. Brackwall the serve and found the open area in that middle. The Pirates open up a 2-point advantage. Misplay from Vjosevic. That one goes wide on Snipe, and Seton Hall has scored 4 straight, forcing Georgetown to take a timeout. The Pirates have won 2 straight sets, and you can see the pep in their step. They'll look to finish it off when we come back.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
My parents never taught me anything about managing money.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
We just decided we didn't want debt any longer.
I didn't realize how easy investing could be.
I'm picking companies that I believe in. I think SoFi Money is amazing.
Thank you, SoFi.
SoFi, thank you. We love you.
Seton Hall up 4. We're in the 5th set. And the Pirates have scored 4 consecutive points out of Georgetown's timeout. Hoyas looking to get momentum back, but Seton Hall's defense has been strong. Give credit to Snipe, though, for finding the opening and stemming the tide for the Hoyas. Brings it back to a 3-point 5th set. And Snipe on serve on her senior night. And well wide with that one. It's an ill-timed service there for Georgetown. They're running out of time, trailing 7-3. We have it 7-3. I had it 7-3. They just changed the scoreboard to 8-2. So they'll switch ends. And now they do correct the scoreboard 7-3. The officials little unsure of where we are. And because it is 7-3, we will not switch yet. It's once the team gets to 8 that you switch over. So it is 7-3. That has been confirmed. And the serve to Rosenberg. And service here brings Georgetown to within 3. Vjosevic will serve it for Georgetown. Has an ace today, also has a couple of service errors. Deep with the serve. Seton Hall up 8-4. They'll switch sides as we send it down to Ashley Lyotis.
As this final set is in the middle of this set right now, actually, and we're waiting to see exactly how this one plays out. I was able to listen in a little bit to Coach Heller's message to that most recent timeout. It was a brief one, but a very honest one. He said, do what we need to do, leave nothing on the court. He doesn't want this team to leave here with any regrets, and he was very honest. He said, this is the last time that this team is going to play together, ever. And I would imagine in head coach Allison Yeager's timeout huddle, the message was very much the same. This is the last set that both of these teams will play together. They want to end on a high note. Matt?
Thanks, Ashley. You know, senior day, emotional enough as it is, but once you get into a fifth set, you realize there literally is nothing after this. And leave it all out there. The message from both coaching staffs, Georgetown needs a rally, trailing by 4. And a big block from Seton Hall, but somehow the Hoyas kept that point going. Off the net, and Vjosevic sent it over. And that one stays just inside, and Seton Hall opens up a 5-point lead. Might have gotten tipped at the net anyway. We'll see it again. The big swing from Emily Turner. And it's 9-4 Seton Hall. Challenge coming here from Georgetown. Nothing to lose at this point. We'll take a break while they look it over. Right now it's 9-4 Seton Hall in set number 5.
My parents never taught me anything about managing money.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
We just decided we didn't want debt any longer.
I didn't realize how easy investing could be.
I'm picking companies that I believe in. I think SoFi money is amazing.
Thank you, SoFi.
SoFi, thank you. We love you.
The amount of student loan debt I have, I'm embarrassed to even say.
I felt like I was going to spend my whole adult life paying this off.
Thanks to SoFi, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
As of 12 p.m. today, I am debt-free.
We have no debt, we don't owe anybody anything, and it's fantastic.
So after review, the call stands and Seton Hall's lead is 5. First to 15 here in this fifth set will be the winner. 9-4, the Hall have won 2 consecutive sets after trailing 2-0. Georgetown trying to grab momentum back, and Peyton Wilhite takes a step in that direction with the hammer. And now Jessica Kusi on serve. She had a big run in the first set that helped the Hoyas to a rally. Miss set from Rosenberg as she had Kohler running up. And Georgetown back to within 3. At McDonough Arena, Matt Janis with Ashley Lyotis and our entire Big East Digital Network crew. Gasser can't get it over the net. 3 in a row for Georgetown, and Seton Hall needs a timeout. Momentum continues to seesaw back and forth in this fifth and decisive set. Back to close it out when we return.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
We aren't just dreamers. We're doers.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Good things happen when you unleash a Butler Bulldog.
My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
Seton Hall up 9-7 on Georgetown. In the fifth set, but the Hoyas have scored 3 straight points. Jessica Kuzi continues the serve. Final game of the regular season. Both teams looking to close in a winning fashion. Hoyas took the first 2 sets. It has been back and forth for sure. Wilhite, beautiful touch. And the Hoyas back to within a single score. Second time in this match, we have seen an extended run with Kuzi on serve, and the Hoyas trailing. Got the bounce that time. And Seton Hall gets the point. Again, Georgetown looking for the explanation, but the call goes against the Hoyas. And Seton Hall up 2. Remember, you played a 15 in the fifth set. Seton. Kelly had it rejected back by Rackwall. Timeout, Georgetown. Every time one team grabs momentum, the other pulls it back. It has been a wild match. Georgetown won the first 2 sets. Seton Hall has won the last 2. There have been ebbs and flows within this fifth and decisive set. Both of these teams looking to erase the bitter taste of what has been a rough close to their seasons. Seton Hall has dropped 12 consecutive matches, but the last time they won was against Georgetown on October the 9th. Meanwhile, the Hoyas have lost 4 straight, 8 of the last 9. David Heller filling in today, running things the last 2 games for the Hoyas program. They are vying for a 4th win in conference play. Injuries decimating Georgetown's roster over the course of the season. Plotnicki, Watkins, Flaherty, Wurtzberger, all missing extended stretches. Meanwhile, for Seton Hall, nothing has gone right down the stretch. The faithful at Georgetown, who we talked to earlier in the match, have been out to support the Hoyas, and they have done so vociferously all evening long. But right now, it's Seton Hall up 3 and serving, trying to control this fifth set. The senior Kelly couldn't find an opening. Gasser sends it back. Johnson sends it in, and the Hoyas back to within 2. Again, that last instance changing directions as Ellie Watkins to serve for the Hoyas. And unable to dig it, Watkins and Vjosevic were both there. 12-9, Seton Hall as Rockwall gets credit. And now Svelbar trying to inch Seton Hall closer to victory. Kuzi staggered back to keep that one up. The touch from Rockwall, and it falls in. Seton Hall up 4. Svelbar still on serve for Seton Hall. Gasser into the net. And Georgetown back to within 3. Hoya coaching staff trying to get their team over the finish line. The senior on senior night, Charlotte Kelly on serve. Deep. And match point coming for Seton Hall. Dozal will serve. It was her hustle play in the third set that kind of changed the whole narrative. Johnson keeps hope alive for the Hoyas. And the home crowd loves it. But still work to be done for Johnson and company. 14-11. Match point remains for Seton Hall. Gasser got it sent back at her. Snipe and Serret were there. Timeout Seton Hall. So the Hoyas still up against it, but trying to rally back. They trail by 2 in this 5th and final set.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
What is a Villanovan? In 30 seconds? Well, Villanovans aim high. Top 50 National University high. We think fast and stay connected. V's up. Villanovans think deeply, push boundaries, and go, go, go! Still with me? We climb corporate ladders and these ladders. This campus is our home, but you can find us almost anywhere. Villanovans have big hearts and solve even bigger problems, and we celebrate together. Ignite change, go Nova.
Well, Seton Hall rallied back from down 2 sets to none, tying it, forcing a 5th set. Now it's Georgetown looking to rally from down 5 against match point. They still trail by 2. Joel Johnson serves to keep the match going. Seton Hall calling timeout, looking to finish it all. Gasser off of Johnson. Oh, the miscommunication, and Seton Hall wins it. Georgetown could not get on the same page as Serret and Vjosevic were both there. Big swing from Gasser got Georgetown out of kilter, and then you can see neither player was sure whose ball it was, and Seton Hall snaps a 12-game skid and rallies back from 2 sets done. That'll do it for us. For Ashley Liatis and our entire Big East digital crew, I'm Matt Janis. Seton Hall wins it. Talk to you later, everybody.